Hey handheld fans, this is big news because Lenovo, the company behind the Lenovo Legion Go gaming handheld PC, are about to release a true competitor to the Steam Deck that runs SteamOS out of the box. They're about to ship a new handheld that runs SteamOS. It is the first handheld, besides the Steam Deck, that runs SteamOS right out of the gate. Let's talk about it, let's get into it, let's get hyped up for this, let's go. But before we get into the video, guys, check all the links down below in the video description for the best tech you could find, hands down. We've got all the best tech of the year, all the best PS5 Pro accessories and PS5 accessories, all the best Steam Deck accessories if that's your thing, and the best coffee ever made by mankind with nootropic mushrooms that just improves your health. And talking of health, if you want to invest in your sleep and your health overall, the best smart ring that tracks your sleep and tracks basically a bunch of body metrics for you, the Ultra Human Ring Air. Use my links down below to save money right now. Click them, click them, click them. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. So guys, this comes courtesy of The Verge. Basically, Lenovo might soon announce a SteamOS handheld. An unannounced handheld gaming PC has appeared online with a Steam button ahead of CES 2025. Is this it? Could this be it? Is that a touchpad SE or a fingerprint sensor? Sweet. So Valve revealed earlier this year, we've spoke about this before, Valve announced that they're going to be supporting third-party devices that run with SteamOS right out of the gate. They released a bunch of guidelines, stickers, badges to put on the boxes that basically announced that it runs SteamOS. And it looks like Lenovo will soon have its own SteamOS handheld as well. Evan Blass has posted images of an unannounced Lenovo Legion Go S on X today, revealing black and white variants of a handheld gaming PC. And the interesting part is that the black one has a Steam button. And here are the images here. Very nice. And as you can see, there's a freaking Steam. Apologies, I forgot to put the images on the screen for you guys. So we've got the white one here, but interestingly, the black one, if you look at the top there, you can see a Steam button up there. How cool is that? So we could be getting our first competitor to the Steam Deck next year from Lenovo with a more powerful APU from AMD, which should be good. And I'm glad that they've removed the detachable Joy-Con things at the side. I wasn't a fan of detachable Joy-Cons. I think that works great on the Nintendo Switch, and in theory it's great. I just wasn't a fan of how the buttons and the sticks felt really cramped. So you had to sort of, crab claw hold it like this, and you had to move your thumb in an unnatural way up and down to just access all the buttons. It didn't feel comfortable for me. I didn't like to wobble with the screen in the middle. Yeah, I think Joy-Cons, keep that for Nintendo. But yeah, this is a whole solid, system without any removable parts. I think that's great. I think that's great the way it's going. And hopefully the screen size is pretty good. The bezels certainly look pretty small. And they say, well, the low-resolution images don't immediately scream SteamOS. If you look closely, you'll notice the Steam logo is visible on a button to the left of the display. Interestingly, the white model doesn't have the same Steam button, which can indicate that Lenovo's preparing a Windows and SteamOS-powered model of its Legion Go S. So we could see a SteamOS version and a Windows version. That's fine with me. Obviously, you can dual boot. Hopefully, they give us the option to dual boot both of them, so you could potentially have potentially have Windows and SteamOS on one device. I think that would be perfect, and hopefully, they make that easy to do, or at least put out a guide on how to do that easily, or even give us an installer that lets us run both at the same time if we choose. But as of so far, PC makers like Lenovo, Asus, MSI have all opted for Windows-based handhelds so far, but as consumer patience with Windows on tiny screens worsen, because Microsoft haven't released a touch-based experience that suits, handheld gaming PCs, and it doesn't seem like they're in a rush to until they release their new Xbox console. It seems like manufacturers are now sort of leaning towards maybe giving SteamOS a shot, especially with the success of the Steam Deck, and I think that's not a bad thing. Valve has been here before, though. At CES in 2013, it tried to tempt PC manufacturers to sign up to its Steam Machines initiative, but it didn't go far enough, with developers to convince them to port games to Linux to make these machines successful. There's a reason to believe this time things will be different, thanks to Proton, the compatibility layer between Linux and Windows games, right? And it basically converts a lot of these games and makes them think they're running on Windows when in reality they're playing on Linux, SteamOS. And in fact, some games actually run even better on SteamOS than they do on Windows. I can attest to that. And like I said, if I have the option to run the game on SteamOS as opposed to Windows, because I've got my Steam Deck dual booted, I choose to run it on SteamOS just because I like the experience. I like the little pop-in, control center thing, navigation stuff on SteamOS that I can change the brightness, change the TDP, change the resolution, lock the frames, all that sort of stuff, and access my library really fast and pause the game, put the Steam Deck to sleep, and then open it back up and continue gaming. Having all that work seamlessly on SteamOS is just awesome. It's like a console experience, and then being able to switch over to desktop mode should I want to do that. That's just why I think the Steam Deck has an edge over everything else right now. So yeah, either way, I'm excited. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this could be a big hit for Lenovo? This, like I said, could be one of the first systems from another manufacturer out there to release and ship a device with SteamOS right out the gate. It's the first competitor to Steam Deck that can do that. And I think if they are using a newer APU, this could essentially be paramount to being the Steam Deck 2 that we've all been waiting for. Sure, it's not made by Valve. Sure, it's not got 2 trackpads on it, but it's essentially shipping with SteamOS out the gate, which is fantastic, and is potentially more likely than not going to have a better APU than the Steam Deck has. And we've seen the Steam Deck have issues with games like the new Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. We've seen it have issues with Stalker 2, whereas because it's an older APU from AMD. Whereas we've not seen those issues happen with, you know, the Lenovo Legion Go and the Asus ROG Ally, because they have that better APU. So I'm excited to see a new handheld with SteamOS, with the new AMD APU, and see how it handles newer games. This could be a legit alternative to those who, you know, to those who have been wanting something like the Steam Deck, but have, you know, with a newer APU and newer processor and better performance in newer games. I think it's kind of exciting. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm Blazed2k. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you want more handheld gaming news, and please check the links down below in the video description for more tech deals, cool stuff, and money off. Click the links for money off and use my codes. Anyways, peace out. Love you. I'll see you in the next one. I'm Blazed2k. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you love handheld gaming, love tech, and love gaming in general. Peace out.
Let's go.